Your operations are the heartbeat to your business. I created this podcast to help you balance your childlike innovation with parent-like efficiency. Welcome to Daily Ops Boost. And we are back, baby, with another Daily Ops Boost. Appreciate you guys tuning in today. We got another one for you. This is a banger. We call this a banger 5000 over here at Hydra. And I want to dive into the role of patience inside of your business. And I'm telling you right now, you're just not going to like this episode. You might as well stop listening right now because I'm going to tell you something that you're just not going to enjoy, and most people do not enjoy, is that every single lane of your operation is going to take an immense amount of patience and time. And that's okay. If you're wanting to build something great, you're going to need to have a lot of patience. And what do I mean by that exactly? Well, let's break down just each operational lane. And I think I've explained this in a previous Daily Ops Boost of each operational lane inside of the agency. You got lead generation, you got sales, fulfillment, HR, finance. Like if you really boil down an agency or a service-based business, that's what it boils down to, is those 5 operational lanes. There's arguments for probably some other ones, but sake of 5 for podcast sake. Okay. So let's talk lead generation. Like, why do we got to have patience with lead generation? Well, especially if you're just getting started in the marketplace and you're just getting into lead generation. Say you're doing some cold outbound, because 1, it's cheap. 2, it just takes time, right? So that's probably where you're going to start if you're going to do lead generation. It's just some cold outbound. Well, you got to have patience because you're going to send a lot of emails. You're going to send a lot of DMs. And you're going to get very little results until you optimize it and until you get it rolling and you have volume behind it, right? So it's going to take some patience in order to get lead generation going. And the same thing can be said for sales. If you guys have never sold anything before, if you've never sold high ticket, if you've never actually sold your service before and you're just getting into the space, or maybe even you have sold stuff and you're trying to sharpen your sales skills. Jeez, oh Pete's, man. Like, I've been doing sales training for like truthfully, like really good sales training for almost a year now, and I'm still not great, right? And I still need a lot of practice, and I need to have so much patience because I'll go back and I'll watch some of my calls and I'll just be like, why did I say that? Why did I ask that question? Why didn't I ask this question? Right? That's more of what it is like, why didn't I ask this question? That when I watch back my calls every single time, it's why didn't I ask this question, right? So you have to have a lot of patience for yourself in sales. And then even on the fulfillment side, as you're bringing on team to help fulfill for your service, guys, they're not going to do it at your level when they first come on. It's just the truth. And so you have to have a lot of patience with them. There's a lot of coaching when it comes to bringing on a team, and you have to get them to the level that you're at. And that's going to take a lot of your bandwidth and a lot of patience because they're going to make a lot of mistakes, and you'll lose clients because of it. And you just have to have patience with your team. And then the same thing goes with HR, right? It's like, you got to hire people, and there's a lot of patience to be had in a hiring process. When you're looking for an A player, that is not a rush decision. That is not a fast hire. An A player takes time to find and to bring into the business. And so you got to have patience when you're hiring people. And then last one, on the financial side, like if you guys are building capital, if you guys are building profit storage, okay, we call this war chest or slush fund or something along those lines, it's going to take time, right? It's like you take that profit, you put it aside, so you do have an abundance of cash available for your growth, and that takes time, right? And the main point that I wanted to really drive across today is that sometimes we just get impatient as business owners and as entrepreneurs, and we want to push things so fast with the business. And I promise you that if you look at it in a little bit larger scope, if you extend your timeline a little bit more, instead of looking at things on a month-to-month basis, you look at it from a year-to-year basis. And even I fall into this sometimes of like, why aren't we growing as fast as we should be? It's like we only signed like 2 clients this month, but we kept all of our other clients. But if we sign 2 clients a month every single month for 12 months, you're going to be in a substantially different place than you were last year, right? And that's how we've been building our business. And it's hard to sometimes take a step back, look at the big broad scope, look at the larger timeline and be like, oh yeah, like 2.5 years ago, this wasn't even a business. And now it supports 6 people, and it supports our employees, their families, right? And if you scope out just a little bit, I promise you'll have a little bit more clarity. You'll have a little bit more feeling of fulfillment when it comes to the business that you're actually building. So continue to play the patient game. Continue to play patience with your team, with your lead generation, with your sales, fulfillment, your HR, right? Everything inside of the business. Extend the timeline. Be patient. It's worth it. You're building something great. And even if you're only growing a little bit, those little wins, they compound over time and it will turn into something substantial. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. We'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for listening to Daily Ops Boost. We really appreciate your attention on this podcast. Go follow me over on Instagram. We post a ton of video content over there that is going to be valuable to your agency operations. So head over there, go follow me. It'll take 2 seconds. Appreciate you.